Chris here, and today we're going to talk about mental strength. I know I've already created a video on mental toughness, but today is going to be different. Today, I'm going to tell you how to become unbreakable, so stick around. A few years ago, I came to the realization that although I was training really hard, the way I was training was adversely affecting my mental toughness. I know that doesn't sound like it makes much sense. Like, how can training really hard make you mentally weaker? But let me explain. At the time, I was living in Montreal and I was preparing for jiu-jitsu competition. For cardio, I'd run flights of stairs. If I wasn't training jiu-jitsu, I was running flights of stairs. I was killing it. I was running between 50 and 100 flights of stairs each time, non-stop. And any time that it got tough, especially towards the end of the workout, I'd be able to muster the strength to finish strong. However, when it came to my jiu-jitsu training, whenever it would get difficult, I would never be able to follow through, never be able to muster the strength to get through it. Let me give you an example. I'd be in a bad position and I'd initiate a scramble, but I would never follow through with it, and I would allow my opponent to get the superior position. And I remember thinking, oh, I'll just do an escape, or I'll just sweep. But that never happened. After each time I train, I like to go home and reflect on that training session. I like to see what I did good, what I did bad, and what I can incorporate to make my training better. I soon realized that it wasn't that I didn't have the energy or the strength to follow through in jiu-jitsu, it was that I was quitting. And that really bothered me. Like, how can I crush my conditioning with no problem, fight through it every time, but I couldn't apply that concept to my jiu-jitsu? I took some time to analyze all of my training. What were the factors that I can control in both conditioning and my sparring? What I found was that during conditioning, I would listen to motivational speeches. But more than that, when it got to specific parts that really motivated me, I would push myself even harder. That sounds like a good thing, right? Actually, it wasn't. What was really happening was that I was training my mind to be motivated by other people. But in reality, when a tough situation arises, whether that's a self-defense situation, a tough day at work or school, a medical emergency, a hard workout, the only constant that you have is you. You see, somewhere along the way, I forgot how to listen to myself, and I started relying on external factors for motivation to help me when things got tough. So I decided that I would no longer listen to anything when I did my conditioning. And I'd be lying if I said that the positive effects were immediate. It took some time, but the longer that I did it, the longer I stayed committed, the easier it became, and then I started to gain back some of that ground that I had originally lost. After a while, I remembered how to embrace the suck. I remembered how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And by embracing that pain and being uncomfortable without any external motivations or factors to distract you from it, to listen only to your voice, that, my friend, is how you become unbreakable.